guys, welcome back. My name is Priyanka and I help you unleash the power of law of attraction and create the life that you want. So I know a lot of you have been asking me that who is my teacher in my journey of law of attraction, and I have him with me today. So everyone, please meet Phil Smith, who has been my guide, my mentor in every step of my life. And he has been the one who has taught me about how to use the law of attraction and how to manifest everything in your life, and the power of mind, everything that I teach about, everything that I am today, that I'm becoming every single day, is because of this man who has taught me. So Phil, thank you so much. I really cannot say how grateful I am that you are able to join me today. So I know a lot about you, of course I know, but if you can just give a little bit of introduction about yourself.
Yeah. Hi everyone. My name's Phil Smith. I live in Liverpool in the United Kingdom. We've just been talking about that. I am 59 years old, and I'm a medium, psychic, healer, Reiki master, spiritual teacher and mentor, according to some. And I've been in my field now for 27 years, and I feel when I look back, even as a child, I experienced spiritual practices. I mean, my dad died 20 years ago, and I found out that as far back as 1968, he was doing yoga and he was seeing colour, and he was doing spiritual practices that I knew nothing about. Then I was 8 years of age. It's like, so it's been, even my mother's on the tea leaves, so it's like, it's been in the family, but I didn't know that until they went here. But my I don't know whether philosophy is the right word, but I'm going to use that. My philosophy on the law of attraction is you create everything within your mind, and it's like being a clairvoyant, which means to see. It's what you see here. So it's like, I'm going to say a strange thing to your listeners. I don't feel people like me can tell the future. I don't feel that we can see people's fortunes. What we do as human beings, we create it in the mind. So that's why I'm bringing in the clairvoyance. Is you see it here first, you see it in your mind, in your third eye, and then it's like you've got to feel it. Okay, so, and it's like, there was a guy that used to come to me and he'd go, Phil, I feel like I'm going to win a lottery, I'm going to win a lottery. And I said, and that's a good way, that's a good analogy. And it's like, and I said, well, you are. I said, if you feel it, I said, you create it. So it's seeing it, it's feeling it. That's what creates the reality. Okay. But this is the main aspect of it all. The biggest obstacle to create the reality you want, to manifest the law of attraction, is a lack of patience.
Yeah.
So it's almost as if you see it, you feel it, so you've created the most important part, but then it's like, I want it now, I want it now, I want it now. And that sort of energy, the universe is going, I'm sorry, you've got to wait your turn, get in the queue. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know, because you keep telling me that all the time.
yeah. So what I'm trying to say is, if you can see it, create it here, feel it, and then just leave it to the universe creates it straight away. And it's like when you put seeds in the ground to grow grass, or to grow a flower, and the sun and the water, the rain, and that's what you're doing. You're feeding it. And then it's like, what you do is, you don't stand there and watch the seeds pop up, do you? Because it's got to go through the seasons. So it's like, what you do is, you go away and you live your life. So, but you see, the mind doesn't know the difference. The mind just goes, I want it now, why can't I have it? And spitting me dummy out. And that's what I'm trying to say. It's like, it's not like that. You see it, you feel it, and then you give it to the universe to bring it about, and it will. It always does. And that's why when I read for people as a medium and a clairvoyant, I say it always happens. It doesn't always happen in the time frames that I give, because we get in our own way.
Yep.
So that's my take on the law of attraction. It's like, and I'd like to share this.
Yeah.
The only thing about The Secret, which is supposed to be a step up from the law of attraction, the thing about The Secret, there's no secret.
Yeah.
There's no secret. It's the law of attraction.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's what you think about, it's what you feel, and it's what you give power towards is what you create. And it's like, and a lot of people create their life from unconscious beliefs.
Yeah.
So for instance, I want this, I can see it, I feel it, but then you've got this little voice in the background saying, I'm not good enough, I'm not good enough, I can't. So you won't.
Yeah.
Because can't is can with the T on, and don't is done with a T on.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And all the people who keep asking me that, when is it going to happen? How long do I have to do it? This is the answer to your question that I have been taught every single day. And trust me, it comes very natural. I know when we want something desperately in our life, we want it to happen right away, right? Immediately we want things to happen. But imagine, like, it's a good thing, that it takes time for things to manifest, because there are so many negative thoughts as well running on our mind, right? Imagine if everything just happened instantly, every thought would have manifested, right? And that's scary. So it actually gives you time to change and come in tune with whatever it is that you want. And this is exactly what I have been taught from the last more than a year now, Phil, for you.
Yeah. It feels like a lifetime, but that's another
story. It feels
story.
like a lifetime. Yeah. And the most strange thing is that he just knows when I'm about to call him or ask him something. And so that may sound scary, but I have got used to all these spookiness and everything. But that's fun. But yeah, as it is, as Phil just mentioned, and it's not only from me, it's coming from my mentor or everyone who wanted to know who has been my coach, who has been my teacher in my journey, who taught me things like this. Here is the person who has taught me patience. Things that you hold in mind is yours, just let it go. This is what he always keeps telling me as well. Let it go. And that is what I keep telling all of you. Let it go. Don't stand there waiting for it to happen. Go live your life. But Phil, I know when we want something, it's very difficult sometimes, given the fact that you know me so well. It's sometimes difficult, right, to go on and live your life and while you just wait for it to happen. And I know you keep telling me that don't wait for it to happen. It's already happened. How to deal with that phase of life?
Well, I was thinking about that.
Yeah.
I had a great auntie, so my dad's auntie, and she's no longer here now, but she used to always say, everything in moderation, and that can even be the things that are bad for us, like drinking and smoking and drugs. She used to say everything in moderation. So what I mean by that, I'm using that analogy because it's about balance.
Yeah.
Okay. And when you were saying about letting go, it's like there's a thin line between letting go and moving on. Because what we do is we're afraid to let go in case we miss out.
Yeah.
And that's why I say to you, don't be waiting around for anything or anyone. Yeah. So it's like, I want this. So, okay, I've done that. Next.
Yes.
That's the best way of describing it, because if you move on to the next, your mind's already there. Your mind can't do two things at once. So then your mind, the attention is being taken away from what you want the most.
Yeah.
You've already done the work. So you move on. So then the universe goes, yeah, look, she's got out the way. Let's bring this into place. And it's all about balance. It's having the right balance between doing and moving on. And sometimes the best type of waiting, the only time of waiting I would suggest to anyone is just being patient
Yeah.
with yourself,
Yeah.
not with the process, not with what you want, but being kind to yourself.
Yeah.
It's like, for instance, love, wanting love of another person. Really, to have that, you've got to start with the most fundamental love in the world, and that's the one for oneself.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you
Yeah.
love yourself, you attract and gravitate people towards you. And I'm going to give you an example of that. I go for a walk every morning and I check the weather so I don't get rained on. So this morning I knew it was going to rain. So I was out there this morning for 9 o'clock and I walk along a promenade in Liverpool where the sea, the River Mersey is alongside it. And for some reason, I mean, I've got the silly hat on. I've got sunglasses on because the sun is coming out. But I've got these glasses in my pocket in case the sun goes back in. And I'm looking, I must have looked a really strange character with my coat on and this, that, and the other. But people were smiling at me and saying, good morning. And I thought, what's the difference about today? And that's the point. I'm going to show you what was different. What was different is, even though it was cold and even though it was starting to rain, and even though I looked really strange with this hat on, and it looked like I had a nipple on my head, so either laughing at me or they saw something within me, in my energy, in my face, in my smile, that they wanted to say hello and smile at me. Because that doesn't, people now, because of what's going on, people are walking, they're putting their head down, they're looking at the floor, they're not looking at each other because they're struggling. And it doesn't take much to go, morning, or smile at someone. There was a girl running and she looked at me and I smiled at her and she forced a smile because she didn't want, but she had to smile because I smiled at her. And that's what I'm trying to say to you. So they seen something in me. And yeah, I was feeling like I loved myself. And I don't mean love it in the vain sense. Just, I was taking care. I was lifting my vibration. I was lifting my energy. I was loving myself, what I was doing. There's your love. You know what I mean? So I'm expecting someone to knock at the door now and saying, Phil, I want to be with you. I love you. No, I'm only joking.
Well, I won't doubt that if it happens someday as well. Great. Thank you so much, Phil. So I hope that, clears up all the basics about the law of attraction that I keep telling you, that it's important to, first of all, visualize that image in your mind, believe that it's absolutely possible, and more than that, it has happened. That's important. And then let it go. That is the key, and have patience. And the best way that Phil just told you, and he keeps telling me that every single time I talk to him, is like, patience is when you let go of it and you move on with your life. That is going to be patience, because you are then busy creating your own happiness, you're loving your own self, doing your own thing, moving on. And then you are basically getting out of your own way. And trust me, I get so much smacking all the time when he keeps telling me, get out of your own way. You are the one standing in front of all your manifestations. So get out of your own way.
There's one thing I would like to add to that.
Yeah.
We all have doubts and fears when it doesn't materialize as quick as we want it.
Yeah.
And when that happens, remember, you're not your doubts, you're not your fears, you're not even your thoughts. And the point I'm trying to make is, when you get them doubts and fears, you need to check yourself and just go, no, that might have happened in the past, but we're in the present. Okay. That's when you've got to believe in yourself. That's what it's all about. So you're not your fears and your doubts, and they're natural. That's called being human. Okay. You have them doubts and fear, and you just go, you check them and you go, no, this is going to happen. And that's where you distract yourself.
Yeah. Absolutely. I agree with you, Phil. Great. Thank you so much, Phil. Thank you so much for doing this. I know I know how precious your time is, and thank you so much for making this video for all my viewers and for me. And guys, if you want to reach out to him, I will drop his Facebook ID and his Instagram ID as well. And you can connect with him directly, follow him, because he shares every single day. I don't know how you do it, but as I always say, your messages every single day are exactly what I need to hear every day. So please follow him. It's going to help a lot. But thank you so much, everyone, for joining today's session with me. And please do not forget to subscribe to my channel, press the bell icon so that every time I make a video, you get a notification. And also do like and comment below, if you have any questions about the law of attraction, and I would be very happy to answer them for you. And also subscribe, please do subscribe. All right, thank you so much, guys. I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.